I've always been so close to the banquet turkey. I could smell it. I got called into really big rooms, but I didn't land anything. So this is me admitting defeat. Well, the interesting thing happened is that as I started to teach, my stand-up comedy became about teaching. I started to talk about that mostly. When I started to teach, I started to still have movie ideas, but my movie ideas were about teaching. When I started to teach, I started to have a lot of compassion towards teachers and empathy towards teachers of what they went through, and felt bad about the way I acted when I was a kid. And now we've started to build a fan base of teachers because that's who we're speaking to. And I share that to say that a lot of times on the other side of what you want is a path that you don't want to go down. Usually the path to get what you want is the path that you don't want to go down, because God has to humble you. And you literally have to sometimes go through so much turmoil in your life to where you no longer need the thing that you desire. Because if you're in a place of need, in a place of like desiring it so heavy, your character will get compromised. And that's just the thing of it. But after you've been through the ringer and, the school of hard knocks and life has literally sucker punched you in the face a million times like Mike Tyson, you kind of stop being so attached to what it has to look like. And that's what happened to me this year. Was I have learned to let go of, I'm not going to say that I have no attachments anymore, because that's not true. But I have learned to surrender the process to God more. Not fully, because I'm still a human and I take it back all the time, but more than what it was. And the more I let go of how I think it should look, the easier this whole thing becomes. So just a reminder, this is a teacher page. It's a comedy page too. But sometimes to get what you really want, you got to go through a humbling process. You can't sell your soul. You can't take shortcuts in life, because if you do, when you get there, you're not going to be ready, and it's going to destroy you. So, if you get what you want too fast, it's like trick-or-treating and you get the apple with the razor in it. Remember that old wives' tale about like, hey, check the candy? Like, who hides a razor in an apple that well? Well, I will tell you, that analogy is very sufficient for this one. So, have your goal. Your goal is the prize, but if you want to do it correctly, it's going to take you time to get there, because otherwise it's going to have a razor inside of it. So, yeah, don't eat razor apples. By the way, who's giving fruit to kids trick-or-treating? I would just tell my kids, I don't have kids, but I would tell my kids if I did have them, hey, if somebody puts fruit in your bag tonight while you're trick-or-treating, maybe don't eat that.